So what do I mean by being significant? Significant to me means what I say and what I do impacts and influences other people to behave and be more positive. About a month before the general elections, I ran into a very senior politician, and his aide said, "I'd like to introduce you to Rodney Wong." And he said, "Hello, Rodney." And this look went across his face, pity in his eyes, a smile on his face like I'd just won a Special Olympic medal. And he said, "What's it like to be an Asian in New Zealand?" So, well, it's a bit like being gay. But I can't pretend to be straight. And so, you know, that's the background at which I've come into business. I mean, I live in Palms North, and I've lived in Palms North for 26 years. So I'm a little bit oddball in terms of being a provincial Asian. Also, about 10 years ago, I was invited to join the board of Cotton Food Research. 10 years ago, I looked at the stats. There were 3 Chinese amongst the 400 government-appointed board positions. What attracted me to that position on the board was it was the only board amongst all the government boards that had more women on the board than men. So I thought, well, at least I won't be a minority of people who need help. 10 years on, I asked Melissa Lee, the Office of Ethnic Affairs, how many Chinese were there amongst the 400 board positions in government appointed boards? And she said, "We don't keep the statistics." Well, if you go on Treasury website, they have the statistics. In January this year, there were 2 Chinese amongst the 400 board positions. So there's an issue in terms of awareness and action. So when I was made chair of Cotton Food Research, one of the things that you have to do is, if you are Asian, you have to be significant. So in my term as chair, I was on the board for 18 months, then became chair. We came up with this idea and conceptualised a merger between 2 major Crown Research institutes. One institute had 400 staff, turning up about 50 million. The other one about the same size. In total, about 18 locations. So in that period of time as chair, which was about 18 months, we conceived the idea, we executed the merger, and we implemented. Now, do they remember me as being Asian? Probably not. Do I remember as being Asian? Yes. Because that was significant. I think when you become available and appointed to boards or positions of influence, you have to be significant. Because you represent a part of the community that is underrepresented. This week, I was on the expert panel from Massey University reviewing my business degree. The business degree at Massey is about a quarter of their total revenue. There are 8 people on the expert panel, so I asked them how many Asians will be on the panel of experts. Very quiet like that. I said, if they're not 2, they're not joining it. Because you do not represent what your university will look like in 2025. So this week, that's what I did, and there was 2 of us on. So those are the things you have to do and say to be significant. There's an old Chinese saying that goes, if we have a weakness, it's that we are doing our best and not doing what is necessary. So what we have to do, and is necessary to do, is to make it happen to be significant.